So this is our podcast on the A15 series.
Okay.
Thank you guys for everything that happened. We on our first video we got 300 views. On our first video we did really well, so we're just grateful for everything. We're closing it off with actually a really good podcast. Guests. We have my sister. So first, we want to just talk about our website. We have a website. This is the website, and the link will be in the description. And we also have an event coming up in 2022. So Anisha, without further ado, let's announce our first guest of the day.
No.
Insider. Actually, the intro that you guys just saw, the music that was playing, that's actually her music. She actually made that song. So the creator of our theme song,
Angelique Richardson.
Hello, children.
So this is my sister Angelique. Today's her birthday.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Angelique Richardson.
First of all, not y'all saying my government name.
Happy birthday to
Y'all
you.
can just say, y'all can just call me AJ. It's fine.
Okay, AJ.
Okay, for our setup, we have the same Starbucks cup. And we have our topic for today, as usual. And that's it for the setup. We don't have much. So where are we laughing?
We don't have the budget.
We don't really
We
have
don't have the budget.
Right.
We're poor. Angelique, how different is college than high school?
Well, in college, the professors really don't care as much as your teachers say they do. Like in high school, they're like, "Oh, that won't slide in college,"
Yeah,
and it does.
it does.
It's like, the professors are really not like on you. It's really your responsibility. Like, because you're transitioning into adulthood, so it's like you have to be responsible for what
Yeah.
you have to do. Versus in high school, where teachers are always on you about stuff, and professors are not really that much on you, unless depending on who your professor is. Really.
Is like college like scarier than high school, or like?
No, college is fun.
Oh.
Like, it can be scary if you're like an introvert, but really, even if you're introverted, you can still make friends and you can still like hang out. Like, there's always a group of people that you'll see all the time on campus. So there's still like a sense of community, I guess. Again, it depends on the college that you go to, but it's actually really fun. Like, it's more relaxed, and yes, like there's a lot of schoolwork, but you can also make time to like, hang out with your friends or go to parties and things like that.
Alright. Okay, so my question is, like, the work in college more difficult than the work in high school?
I think that all depends on your major. Like, if you're going into like a medical field, then it's definitely going to be a lot more difficult. But if you're going into like something like business or like communications, it's probably going to be easier. Again, like, it depends on, it depends on the classes that you take and the amount of classes that you decide to take, which in college, like, you don't have to take like 7 classes a day. Like, you can space your schedule out. That you want to start working in college, you gotta learn how to balance being a full-time student while also being having a job, living off campus, because that's like the first time that you're away from your family.
Yeah, I can
so
tell.
you have to learn how to manage doing that. So I would say like it's difficult to manage college versus high school. But when you get older, you get used to it as you get older.
How would you describe, like, dorm life? Talking about
Yeah, because that always like really
boy.
interesting.
Yeah, I feel like the dorm life
Oh
is
goodness.
interesting.
Well, if you have really good roommates, then dorm life is gonna be fun. Like, honestly, it depends, but if you get really lucky and you get a good like set of roommates, then dorm life can actually be really fun. And like, depending on like at least at my university, everybody's pretty nice. So like everyone on our floor is pretty chill. Like, if you text someone and say, "Yo, like, do you guys have like a hair dryer or something, whatever you use," and you could like literally somebody will meet you in the lobby and like bring it to you or whatever. So like dorm life is actually like, it's not for everybody. Like, you may get on the dorm and you realize like, okay, I don't want to live here. But some people actually like living on the dorm. So if you do like that you know, lifestyle, living on your own and doing stuff, then dorm life is actually really fun. And I would at least try living on campus at least once. And if you don't like it, then you can always leave.
Back home.
But if you do like it, then you could spend your 4 years on campus. So it'll be really fun. So.
Yeah.
Would you like prefer college or high school?
I prefer college. No, I kind of miss my high school days actually, because, you know, like in college there's a lot more to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can tell.
When you're in high school, you know, you still have responsibility, but you're still young, so you're still, you know, you can have a lot more fun.
Mm-hmm.
When you get older, that's when all the, you know,
responsibilities
come in, and like adulting. Miss my high school friends, and I kind of miss being in high school. So I would say cherish your high school, like cherish these years in high school, because you're gonna go to college and graduate and look back on it and be like, man, like I miss high school. I miss my friends.
That's what I do for like elementary school, middle school,
Especially for middle school for me, because like high school, now that I'm more focused on getting good grades, I'm like, I don't really pay attention to friends that much, so it's kind of different.
Same, so, like I'm not even like a friend. Like usually, like I used to like be like social, like talk to people, but now I'm like more focused on like just work and like stressing myself out because
and that's really how it is in college too. Like you get to college and some people decide that they just want to focus on getting their degree. Some people decide that they just want to have fun. Really, it all depends on. It's part of the, I guess, growing up.
Yeah.
You start figuring out what you want to do. Eventually, you'll get to a point where you're like, okay, I need to focus on trying to graduate, get your degree, and all that.
Last question for Anthony. What you got, Anisha?
Let's see. What can I read about? How is... Does it feel scary being like away from everyone and just kind of living your own life?
I know for some people, like being away from home they left them really in a dark place. Like some people,
like
some
depression?
people, some people have been like depressed or like homesick and stuff. Some people enjoy it because it's like I finally have freedom.
Yeah.
So it's good because you're like, okay, I finally have my own sense of freedom. I can finally do what I want, type of thing. But it does get lonely sometimes.
Yeah, I could tell.
Plus students, and it's like a, you know, like a small fish in a big pond type of thing. Like you're there and you don't really know anyone, especially if you're going to college like out of state or whatever. So it's fun. The thought of it being away from your family is fun, and like that's like, okay, freedom. But there will be times where you're like, dang, like I kind of miss
home.
Yeah.
I can tell.
And it's really, don't listen to what people say. Like, it's okay to go home. Like if you want to go to, like if you're on campus and you decide that you just want to stay home and you want to finish the rest of your college at home, like really don't listen to what people say on social media.
Because people are like,
literally, you can really leave whenever you want to, and really you could leave if you're like financially able to, because some people leave and they don't really have the money to suffice or provide for themselves. So it's like, if you feel like you want to be home a little longer, and then later when you graduate you want to leave, and that's cool too. College, you could take your time. Really, there's no like.
And it's also not like a set point, right? Like you can graduate whenever you want.
You can take a gap year. You can graduate whenever
That's actually what I'm planning on doing.
Yeah, like with college, it's not like high school. Like, oh, you have to do this and this and this. Like you can take your time with it. Really.
That's good.
It's not that big of a deal, really.
Wow. Well, college seems. What are your like opinions on college now? Like, have it changed since?
Not really, no. I've been actually binging a bunch of college videos, so I don't know why. I just find it very interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's just
fascinating.
Yeah, it's really fascinating.
I have a question for y'all. Have you guys thought about the which colleges that you want to apply to?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to apply to Juilliard because I like acting. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been actually thinking about like the big leagues, kind of like Yale, Georgia.
So you like, or your
UGA is actually a good school.
Wait.
UGA and if you said big leagues, like Tech is a really good school.
Georgia Tech,
yeah. Yale is also really hard to get into. I feel like, you know, if you work for it and
then you can
get into it.
Do a lot of extracurricular activities when you're in high school. Do that. that was my mistake. Like, go to clubs and like student body and all that stuff. Like, college is like that. Be involved.
Well, I'm not gonna tell you guys what college he goes to, but I will say, her college is a private college.
Yes, I go to a private institution.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. And it's like it's like really cool. Yeah. So, well, we're gonna excuse our guests. Thank you for coming. Okay, well, that was my sister Angelique, her cousin. Honestly, yeah, college doesn't seem really as scary, like, because on movies and stuff, it seems like so, like,
so
scary,
dramatic.
like, dramatic. So, thank you guys for watching, this video. Wait. Bye, guys.